Hi guys, just watched Star Wars Rebels. Wow, absolutely brilliant. What a start to this series, absolutely impressive. Dealt with a lot of issues, obviously after last season's big sort of explosive episodes with the Sith Holocron and Vader and losing Ahsoka, can't say her name. Obviously she'll be back. For me, the excitement of this episode is Admiral Thrawn, and they didn't bring him in too much. They just brought him in that little bit, just enough to whet your appetite, obviously. It's a set-up episode for the whole series, but the big one for me, Tom Baker. Yes, Tom Baker, brilliant. The story is great. It finds out Ezra's been using the Sith Holocron on the sly, and it's talking to him, and he's getting into it, like things are happening to him, the dark side's getting into him. There's a great scene where they're trapped on a landing platform, and he starts controlling the stormtroopers, and he just makes that walker with the pilot just walk off the edges like that, and he's imitating the movements inside, and he just walks him off. I mean, that is cold. That is cold, and this is on Rebels. Kanan is going through, I feel sorry for myself because I'm blind, which can't blame him really. Ezra thinks it's his fault, so he's trying to protect his friends, and he's using the Sith Holocron of it, manipulating him, the spirit inside, or the Sith energy. Rest of the story is running a mill. They have to go off to some planet to liberate some wide wings. Beautiful seeing them. A place where they're destroying all Republic weapons. The Empire is, and recycling the metals or whatever. And the mission is to liberate as many as they can. They don't get that many, it's a shame, but they get a few. But it's mostly about Ezra, how he's like jumping the gun, he's getting impassionate, he's showing the signs of Sith because they're into passion and just doing it now. And then we get on to Kanan, and he gets summoned, and he walks out into the desert with them weird spider creatures. Don't really like them things. And there is Tom Baker in all his greatness and his presence, you know, and he's in the middle of good and light. He's like a force wielder, but he's like ancient, and he tells him, you know, you might be blind, but you can use your force to see beyond all this, you know, and he teaches him, and he learns, and it's great, and it's really intense watching. So I'm stuck, and you're getting really excited about it. Anyway, back to the you know, the Imperial scrapyard, and they're trying to liberate the fighters, and Ezra's just losing the plot and being a bit arrogant and jumping the gun. And then Kanan sort of goes and rescues his friend. He sort of restores his faith in himself and connects himself to the Force because he's been cutting himself off, and they save him. It's a really intense episode, all of it. And Admiral Thrawn only makes a couple of appearances, but he's ahead of them. He says, you know, they're going there to get some fights to build the fleet up, and obviously he's got a big long game played out over the next possibly 10 episodes at least. Brilliant. I know Ahsoka's going to be back, and that's confirmed. It would be, I'd like to see Obi-Wan Kenobi appear in this at some time. You know, I just want a few of the older characters. We've had Lando, we've had Princess Leia. I'd like to see a few others sort of appear. I know we're not going to see Luke Skywalker, probably, but it'd be good to get Obi-Wan in the odd episode. But Tom Baker, man, wow, it's that voice. He always plays, you can see him as an omnipotent entity, or like the voice of God. He just plays that part beautifully. Truly one of the best actors out there. And the character, I've met him a few times, is a real character. He really is out there. And I love you, Tom. And brilliant. And the whole episode just moves along beautifully. And what a start! 45 minutes episode. Just, I wish it were 45 minutes every week. Do you know what I mean? I really do. But that's it. That's my review of Star Wars Rebels, guys. I could go. I don't want to spoil it for you. You know, I really don't want to spoil it. Just get in there, put it on. When you see that music and that Rebels coming up, you just bang, you're in and you want it, man. I could honestly just sit and watch this all day. That's my review of episode 1 of Star Wars Rebels. Alright guys, I'll see you on the next video. Have a good one.